am I talking to Hollow, LOL, the Don? Let's go there first. Who am I speaking with today, sir? Am I speaking with Hollow the Don or LOL the Don?
Hollow. I don't know what you mean by that.
Okay. How you doing, sir? How you doing, my brother?
Loopy, man.
I'm going, Reggie. Hey, Reggie, what going on?
Tree Letterman. What's a good
Yo,
man?
Both your parents from Jamaica or your pops or moms? Which one?
My pops from Jamaica. I actually went to Jamaica last year with my pops. It was incredible.
Where in Jamaica is that?
Rockford.
Okay.
So that's Kingston, but like Rockford is like a smaller, I guess. I was trying to understand it. I feel like it's like Queens and then Astoria, and then you know you got little parts inside, but you still in New York City. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that, but it was a blessing to like really be in the turf. Like, you know, I was walking through the street. Unfortunately, I see my uncle.
The real trenches, Hollow.
Man, and my pop, he said the real trenches, you can't drive through. You got to park your car and you got to walk in the street. If you walk on the sidewalk, they hopping out on you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I said, damn, so I can't even see the real trenches? He said, nah. He said, it's over there. It's over there.
Hey, yo, you might feel me on this. Tell me the food in Jamaica tastes way different than the food that you get here in the States. Whether you go to the Jamaican spot in Queens, wherever, you know what I mean?
When I tell you my aunt cooked me some callaloo, ackee, codfish, I'm sitting there like my aunt cooked me some shit out there, boy. My aunt cooked me some shit. No cap.
You burn out there?
You
burn out there? You smoke out there?
Trash. The weed is horrible.
Yeah, dogs.
Trash.
Can I go here? Is Jamaica weed a bit overrated?
Fuck overrated. It's horrible. I asked my cousin give me some weed. He come back. He said, "This dollar weed." I said, "Dollar weed." He said, "Dollar weed." Bro, I stopped smoking out there. I was out there for like a week. I stopped smoking. I said, "I'm good, bro. I'd rather just not smoke." It's horrible.
No grabber, nothing. You ain't get nothing.
Wow. I stopped smoking out there. You know what I'm saying? But I enjoyed my time out there. I mean, that ain't my first time in Jamaica. That's just my first time going with my pops.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that's what's up, man. My brother, man. Battle rap, man. Let's talk here, man.
Yeah, what we got on the menu, man?
Let's talk here. 2023 for Hollow the Don, right? Ill Will, Thesaurus, Twerk.
I don't count the Sharon and Thesaurus battle because those was charity battles. The Sharon battle was for Pat Stay, R.I.P. my boy. We love him. We did that for Pat. The Thesaurus battle was bringing grind time back, but what I didn't peep is these niggas taking it dead serious. They don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I was there to have fun, enjoy the time, and I still did have fun and enjoy the time on both those battles, but I only really count my Ill Will and Twerk battle last year. That's just me, though.
So what's the reason? Wait, hold on. What's the reason you're not counting the Thesaurus battle? Why?
It was a grind time battle. I was looking out for Diz. I did that for a favor. I didn't really get no real bread for that. Like, I got chump change, and then Sharon battle I did for free. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's very difficult for me to sit there and take it serious when I'm not being paid. But you know, that's no excuses. At the end of the day, it was still a battle.
You know the coach is gonna say that. No excuses, sir.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck about none of that you're talking about, sir.
No, I understand that. That's why there's no more charity. That's it. The charity's done. I'm done.
I got you. But you would agree on this though. If you're gonna have a GTX card, you have to kind of be on there, brother. You know what I'm saying? Right. You did hold down grind time, something heavy and stuff like that.
R.I.P. PH.
R.I.P. PH, man. For real, man.
Let's get it right.
Let's be real, Hollow. You've been all over the world, right? What's the most fun you had in battle rap? Was it grind time? Was it URL? Was it?
It's both because my best two events, Battle of the Bay 5, me and Passwords, with Arsenal conceded, Marv 1 A-Verb, that whole weekend, incredible. I loved it. And my second favorite is Double Impact with Loaded Hollows. That was my I enjoyed that whole event. Everybody got busy. Shug, Twerk, Hitman, John, Goods, Clip, like all them joints was fuego.
I always bother you about the past battle. You know, my favorite line from you in that past battle is when you define what real is. That's someone that's nigga.
No, my favorite line, right? Too busy chasing De Niro like Pacino in Heat. I just watched that. I just watched that. So yeah, I mean, that battle was definitely legendary. One of my personal favorites, you know.
And it's crazy because it's one of your personal favorites. Your mouth was joined and everything, right?
Yeah, I just had got the wires taken off early just to do that battle. I tried to eat some solid food for the first time that day. I ordered some pancakes and eggs. Couldn't eat it. But the passion was there. The love was there. The passion was there. But you know, no pun intended. But that's all in the past. We here in 2024.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Spirits is high. 24 been beautiful for me. I know this gonna be an amazing year. It started off beautiful. So,
word. So the Ill Will battle. How you felt about you and Ill Will?
Battle of the year. Battle of the year 2023.
I'll put it up. I would definitely put it in my top 5. Definitely my top battles.
I don't care what's it's number 1 to me, nigga. I don't give a fuck what is in your top. It's battle of the year to me. Other battles I liked it that year. Chef Treasure Swamp is another amazing battle that year.
Yeah.
Real Sick and A-Ward is another amazing battle.
Yes.
Those are just some great battles.
Mad Flex, Jay the Nightwing.
Mad Flex and Jay the Nightwing, amazing. Absolutely. Another battle that's amazing. Get slept on.
Twerk and Mook was fire.
You know
what I'm saying? Even though A-Ward lost, I thought Big K and A-Ward was a dope battle.
No, that was ass kicking. A-Ward
was still good though, Hollow.
He got his ass kicked that day.
I was in the building. He got 30. I was in the building if he got 30. But he was still good though. Yeah. He still did. I thought A-Ward still did good though.
I mean, he did good the first round. I liked his first. I liked his down south scheme. I felt like that was slept on. His down south scheme, the whole 3-6 Mafia UGK, that shit was fire. But
it was fire. That shit was hard.
I ain't gonna lie. I mean, respectfully, I'm a big A-Ward fan, but that was body bag of the year last year.
Ooh, body bag of the year. No, it wasn't. I got one for you.
Tell me.
Real Sick over Disaster.
I mean, that's worse than a body bag. I ain't gonna lie.
Did you expect that to happen though? Did you expect Real Sick to win in that fashion though?
I expected him to win, but not in that fashion.
Yeah, that was.
I actually see someone. I think it was on your platform. I seen Sharon talking.
Yes.
He made a great point about Diz, and I'm not going to reiterate it, but he made a great point about Diz, where he said, and I agree with him. You got to know how to adapt to these different climates. You can't be so in your head about what you do that you think is going to work everywhere.
Were you conscious enough? To know that when you left Grind Time to go to URL when you battled Big T for the first time?
Yeah, I mean that was the talk when I crossed over of this ain't 1 minute, this ain't Grind Time, but they don't know I came from that element. I was battling when Mook and Lux was battling. I just wasn't on smacking shit. You know what I'm saying? So I came from that element of battling niggas 25 rounds. In Jersey to New York, I did both. You know, I was in both cities killing shit. I mean, both states killing shit. So it was nothing for the Don.
And the Twerk battle. Talk to me about the Twerk battle. What's your take on the Twerk battle?
Me and Twerk or Twerk and Mook?
You and Twerk.
Me and Twerk. I felt like 2-1 clear. I got a 2-1 clear, but people saying I lost. I know. I understand we're in a time of narrative. We're in a time of he got more reaction. We're in a time of he got the first round. That's the only thing I seen. I'm not reading comments like y'all. I'm not going off of fan. Like, let's go into this real quick, and then we're going to go back to the twerking. Let's go into Rex and Chess, right?
Okay.
Let's go into Rex and Chess. Tell me why on that stage it seemed like Chess was about to put his foot through this nigga and get Rex out of there. And then they go in a small room, and it's the opposite to me. I feel like Rex clearly got him out of there.
You thought Rex won the battle clearly?
In a small room, yes.
I thought Chess got the battle, but I'm not. Some people got Rex. I'm not mad at that. I respect it.
We're not gonna go to the debate, but my thing is, it didn't even look close on the stage. On that stage, it didn't look close at all. And that's because of these fans' reaction. Fans got to understand the part they play in this. Just because you think, oh, I'm a fan, I'm just leaving a comment. No, that one comment, somebody going to see and they're going to reiterate it. And then that's going to be a narrative push. So I'm just saying, when people are cheering for you, it's the underdog effect. They want to see Twerk beat the Don. Twerk is the guy coming up. He's doing this thing. He's amazing. I can't take that away from him. But it's 1,000 people wanting to see him win. And people are like, oh, he went crazy. You hear the crowd? So you can't beat that. And that's the same thing with Rex and Chess. They was going crazy for Chess shit. He spit that same shit in a small room, and it didn't get that reaction and didn't look the same.
All right, can I give you pushback?
Okay.
All right, I felt you beat Shine,
okay,
Nitti, and Geechee.
Okay.
Right? I felt some people felt you were going to beat Twerk going into the battle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I had Twerk winning the battle. I felt Twerk winning that battle. That's the only loss I have for you this year is Twerk.
Got you. I understand that. Like I said, he did his thing. He fed into the crowd. But if you watch it back a couple times, I don't think you would at least say it's debatable. You would at least say, because the second round, I got clipped. I clearly got the second round. You gave the second round?
No, I didn't get the second round. I didn't get the second round. No, I got you 2-1.
In the third round, he's doing all me and Lux shit. He's doing my shit from the Lux battle. I'm big on originality. I can't give a nigga third round when he's remixing all my shit. He got Nunu coming out. He got Nitti coming out. Like, I don't know, baby. That's my shit. Who brought niggas out first? I brought out Blackface. That's my shit to bring niggas out. This is all my shit he doing. If you bring a nigga out, you gotta know that's my shit. If you do a fake handshake, you gotta know that's my shit. If you end your verse, if you say I'm gonna come with the loaded clips, fuck that. I'm hope and then go to the next. That's my shit. I did that to Charlie Clips. I let the fans finish my. So you can't beat me with my shit. These is my rules, though.
Are you offended if someone's? I know some people that said Twerk with a 30. Are you offended by that?
I've never seen it. I don't look at.
Okay, you look at comments. I got you.
But if they did say that, I gotta know that they not an original battle rap fan. They just, probably a fan that started watching 2014, 15. That's not to downplay them because they still fans. They still support the culture.
Yes,
so this ain't to downplay them. But like I said, I take points off for originality. They can't do that if they don't know this bar he flipped. Swave 7 said that in grind time. They can't do that if they don't know this line he's saying this guy said in 2011 on URL. But I know where all these lines come from. I know where all these shits come from. And if it's not original, I take points off. And that's just me.
You don't like when guys flip other people's lines and add a little sauce to it?
If you flipping a nigga line you battling,
right.
A line is different. That whole third round, that was all either my shit or the Loaded Hollow shit. So, and that's not to take away from Twerk because, no, that is to take away from Twerk. Fuck that. Nah, but like the third round still, I'm not going to sit here and say I clearly won the third round. But what I did, nobody's ever brought out paperwork and flipped it and made it funny where it's not about snitching. You know what I'm saying? Like that was original. And then the whole nigga, my era, I seen the way, son, like that shit was loopy to me. So I'm just going off of what I like. Shout out Twerk.
Shout out Twerk for real. You and Ill Will to me is debatable. I don't care if some people got Ill Will, some people got you winning the battle, the corny cliche battle rap, the culture one, in a sense, because the battle was so fucking phenomenal. You know what I'm saying?
Only people that say this debatable watched it once.
So you say you beat Ill Will also, you saying?
I mean, if you watch it back a few times, I love Ill Will. I'm not gonna sit here and downplay him. Yes, I am. But them setups, when you watch it back, some of them setups is baby. They sound like, them setups that pen ain't really moving like that. And everything, if you break shit down from everything I said, everything either connected or made sense. I started the round off clouding the name and then brought it back at the end to bring it back at the third round. So the whole thing is cohesive. All 3 rounds is cohesive to mean something. Nothing was just done for a punchline or a punch. You know what I mean? So I thought I clearly got him 2-1. I thought the first round, he went so crazy in the first, even though my first is Banoodles. His first is noodles like that. James Bond, every nigga that played. That was the bar of the year to me.
Crazy.
That was one of the most amazing lines a nigga done said to me. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna keep it a glass of water. That line was the best line of the year.
Wow.
Every nigga that played me got put in a suit. That was crazy.
That was wild. You and Bill Collector. What's up? What's the energy over there with you and Bill?
That's my heart. That's my baby boy right there. I love Bill. Bill come from my cloth. He come from my cloth. He's gave me my flowers. He showed love. Like, Bill is amazing. That's my baby boy right there. Shout out Bill Collector. I feel like Bill Collector got overshadowed, but a lot of shit happened outside of battle rap. A lot of the antics outside took away from how good of a performer he is, how hilarious he is, how innovative he is. And that's what happens. You got to make sure outside the ring, you kind of holding up that standard pretty well. And I think a lot of shit overshadowed them antics, overshadowed Bill's performance. But, you know, if Bill want to get it on, like, you know, Mr. Miyagi could teach him something.
Yeah, he wants smoke. He wants smoke, he said, though. That's what he said. He wants smoke with you, though. Well, look,
smoke.
Did you watch him in Bad News on the Trenches? Did you watch that battle?
Nah, that came out?
Yeah, I don't know if it's on YouTube yet, but it was on.
That's probably why I see it. When it come out, I'm gonna definitely check it. But how that went?
He was the MVP of the whole Trenches, in my opinion.
Oh, word?
Absolutely. Over Easy, over John, over I have Bill Collector. He was wild.
I ain't gonna lie, I see the clip the other day. I was like, "Oh, when this happened?"
Wow,
I think it was for King of the Dot. It's versus Password. Somebody put up a clip. I was like, "Oh, I must have missed this."
Yeah,
he was getting punchy.
Also, yeah.
But yeah, like I'm like I said, I don't book battles. I'm not a league owner. I'm a performer. So if niggas want to book that, it's gonna get booked. That's it.
I would like you and Bill be dope. What league would you like that on? You and Bill?
Don't matter.
Don't matter.
Okay. It don't matter.
Okay. All right.
I hit Easy too. When niggas started putting the tweets up, I hit Easy. I said, "Yo, this would be a good." I don't know if he'd have changed his number. He ain't hit me back because he hit me to battle him. Easy hit me to do some, and I was like, "Baby boy, like that small room thing ain't clicking for me." Like,
you know,
not for me and Easy. If I was gonna do me and Easy, we could do a big stage battle. I'm not gonna do no small room with him.
Okay, got you.
I thought
you meant you and Bill. Easy. I thought you meant Easy asked you and Bill to battle.
Nah. He asked me about 3-4 months ago to battle him.
Yeah, you and Easy. I like that though.
And I was like, nah, I'm cool, respectfully. Not to disrespect the guard because he's well worth it, but I feel like he got better matches than me. So I was like, nah, I'm cool. But I hit him about the Bill joint. I said, this would be a good one. So I'm not opposed to whatever league it's on. King of the Dot, URL. What's the joint RBE them doing? Full Circle joint? Well, I don't think Bill could fuck with me. I don't want you and Easy.
I don't want you and Easy. I don't want you and Easy on the rooftop thing that ARP got. I don't want y'all to have a battle like that.
Nah, I'm talking about the Full Circle, the joint Verb and Mickey Fax just did.
That's what I'm talking about. You like that?
I like that for more of a pen though. I ain't gonna lie. Bill got a good pen, but I'd rather do that with somebody with a fire pen.
A-Ward?
Yeah, A-Ward to be fire in that. A-Ward to be fire in that.
All right. So 2020
Bill Pen been moving though. I don't want to take away from him. Like I said, I ain't seen a bunch of his. I seen clips from the Password shit, and I was like, I was scratching my head a little bit. I said, "Oh, he been watching me."
Yeah, BC.
I've been moving my pen up. I don't know if niggas noticed, but I've been aiming to move my pen up, and I feel like Bill doing the same.
Yes, I think Bill's got away from. I got the burner. I got the. He got.
But we got to go back to that. If we battle, I ain't gonna give too much away, but I'm getting back in that bag of clowning. Like he got to get back in that bag if we battle. Like I got the burner and doing all the funny arm shit he do. You know that he look like one of the flat things outside the car lot shit when he be battling this shit. He got to get back to that with me because I'm getting back to Mr. Loopy and me and Bill. It's gonna be entertaining.
Okay, talk to me about you and Suge.
I can't. Me and Suge ain't on the table right now. I'm not doing big stage battles. That's why I said me and Easy don't make sense because I ain't doing no big stage joints right now.
Not at all. This year, 2024, you're not trying to do any big battles.
I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. Like I said, I've been working on aiming the pen moving. Now, me and Bill, I would be open up big stage for me and Bill because I will go back to my clowning bag and my entertaining bag. But I'm just working on the pen moving, so I'd rather do small rooms. My preference is small rooms. If I battle A Ward, if I battle Chef Trez and JC, small rooms. I would love to do all those in small. See, me and JC would be dope on that Full Circle joint.
Yeah, you and JC be interested in that. Yeah. What about you, Av? You Av? How about you? And
I got some murderous shit for Av. I already got shit for Av.
You know, Av is hard to beat though, Hollow. I ain't gonna hold you.
Me and Av could battle on a corner in Virginia. It don't matter. I don't even care about the money with Av. I care about getting these bars out I got for him. I don't even care about the money, the stage. If Av ever want to get stupid and just say, fuck it, let's meet up on a street corner battle, I would do it.
Niggas are not doing that, Hollow. Come on, now that risk going,
what niggas is doing?
That risk going. Niggas ain't doing that no more, fam.
These leagues be too politic right now. It's too politicky. These niggas want to be like, yo, you got to be my best friend and hang out with me. It's too politicky. And Av, I feel like Av feel the same way. It's too...
Yeah, like, he does. I can say that about Av.
Yeah, like shit is getting to the point where it's like, my dude, just book fire shit. Who gives a fuck if this nigga battle on your league? Who cares? Just book the best art, the best battles. We need to get back to that. Who gives a fuck if you got a personal issue with this nigga, you dislike him? He got good product, and he'll battle one of your artists and make a fire battle. That's all that should matter, not your personal feelings about how you feel about somebody. That's just my thing.
I co-sign everything you just said, but how come the league owners don't feel the way you and I, how you just expressed yourself?
Right.
How can we get league owners to be on the same page? Because let's be honest, people are talking about leagues versus leagues, right?
Right.
That's been going on lately, right? Trenches versus bullpen. We had that. See, we go hard.
Fire. That was a fire event.
We go hard. The Battle Academy going at it right now. You gonna tell me URL versus RBE wouldn't be lit?
It'd be the best thing for both of them. And, you know, I tried to say that last year, and I ended up getting into it. ARP got mad at me. And I was just like, yo, I'm trying to just squash it a little bit. And he kind of told me some stuff where it's like it's too deep to squash. And I had to back off, but I already kind of said shit publicly. So now I don't speak too much on niggas. I'm just like, God bless y'all. You know, I got love for everybody. Obviously, URL, where my heart is at, you know, because I got the most battles there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a freelancer. I'm not, you know, shout out Rock, shout out Surf. Those is URL babies. They only do URL. They might do smaller leagues, but I'm a little different. I'm a different sandwich.
Yeah, you've been everywhere, son. Damn near everywhere. URL, RBE, King of the Dot, Grind Time, GTX.
But like you said, if I could say anything, it would be, please, people, we got to get our feelings out of this shit. We got to stop being about, oh, I don't like this nigga. Oh, this nigga said this. If he can make the best battle for this person on your league, just book it and move past how you personally feel about shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it's bad business, that's something different. If a nigga do bad business, that's different. You know what I'm saying? But let's book the best matches. Even the niggas, like, I had to put my ego to rest a little bit. You know, a year or two ago, I wouldn't be mentioning A Ward or Chef Trez. I feel like I'm too big of a name, but I had to put that shit to rest and say, look, some of these good matches is not happening because we got an ego so big about, oh, he don't get this amount of views. Oh, he don't get this amount of money. But we blocking some fire matches with our egos. There's a few of us that's blocking amazing matches because we got an ego of your name ain't as big, or I'm gonna help you out. I don't want to help you out. And you know, I'm still working on killing that, the ego thing. You know, I'm actually gonna do some shit probably in the UK this year too. Because they be sleeping on my boys in the UK, man. We gotta go over there and I gotta chat with one of them.
Who, Tony D, the rest of the brothers? Who has Tony D?
That's my brother-in-law, man. That's my twin.
That's your twin.
Can't kill my twin. Come on, man. That's my twin, man.
That's your twin, man.
That's my twin. Right. Shout out Tony D. That Tony D, that's the phony me. I was older and 43. Nah, I'm fucking around. But nah, shout out Tony D.
But Hollow, you're right about the egos, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's just wild how you trying to do something positive and it ended up going. Are you good with RB? Good with URL? You good? Or both?
Yeah, I'm good with everybody. Yeah, I definitely made my rounds. And I even last year, you know, one of the things I had to do to kill my ego was apologize to a couple people that I might have publicly said something about, or I might have gave them the cold shoulder. And I went and apologized to a couple people and let them know, like, look, I was wrong for this. Even though I felt like some of them was even if I feel like, yo, he started it or he was more wrong, I'm going to take accountability as a man and say, I reacted wrong to what you did. And I apologize for that. And I'm going in 2024. Everything, all them feelings is in 2023. I ain't got no issue with no leagues, no battle rappers, no rappers, no humans. We loopy this year.
How do you feel about fake beef and battle rap or drama within your peers? How do you feel about that?
I don't know nothing about that.
Taking it past battle rap sometimes.
Oh, I don't know nothing about that.
Okay.
Niggas be having fake beefs now?
Oh, okay. Let me not say fake beefs. Maybe there's a bad word to use because if it's on the cracking, right? Were you able to hear about Briz and Calico today?
I tapped in. I heard I don't think that's a fake beef. I think they was really saying how they feel.
No, I don't think that's a fake beef. Let me not use a fake beef. But
just the whole like semantics.
Yeah, do brothers really got animosity like that towards each other? Is it that deep? I mean, you might know better than I do because you're within the group. I'm just a blogger.
It's kind of like did you wonder back in the day how these rappers be at award shows or how they do shows together and they be dissing each other on records? It's kind of like when they see each other, it's like we don't want to fuck up the money. So niggas don't really do nothing. But then, the feelings is still there. They never hash the issue out. They never figure out the issue. So them feelings always there. So I feel like I can't really speak on Cal and Bridge because that's their business. Them two grown men. But I'm just speaking in general when I just say, like, I be feeling like niggas don't do shit. Like, because you feel like, or any street nigga feel like, yo, when you see him, why you ain't do nothing then? You popping shit now, like with Mad for Serious Joes, they just seen each other, and then they online doing that, but they don't want to fuck up the money. They don't want to look like ignorant niggas and shit. So they don't do nothing, but them feelings is still there. They never hatched it out as men. They never sat down and say, yo, this is my issue with you. This is my issue. And I'm pretty sure that's the same thing with Cal and Briz. Like, niggas went in niggas' mouths. Niggas got touched up. Niggas... like feelings are still there until they sit down and hatch it out as men. It can't be hatched out online because it's egos, it's fans listening. You don't want to look soft. This nigga talking to you crazy. It's going to get worse when you do it publicly. So if it don't get hashed out behind the scenes, it's always going to be an issue.
You've had your share of quarrels. Can I say quorums with people with people and stuff
I had
like
a share. I had one. I just had one quarrel.
I say 3.
Who?
2 definitely. I say 2.
Who?
John and Mav.
Okay, I did have 2. I had 2. Okay.
I'm missing somebody
else. I forgot about John. That's my dog now. That's why. That's my.
You and John.
Yeah, I did have 2.
Were you offended by the Don name when you first heard about John? Were you offended
by the name?
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely was. I could admit that now. I was in my feelings. Took it too far. Took it way too far. Got out of hand. Yeah, he dropped a diss record, and I was still on some street shit at that time.
Wow, the diss track. Wow.
Yeah, the diss track. He dropped the Last Dawn on me. I was like, nigga, you not Master P.
Yeah.
You talk about Last Dawn, but I wasn't emotionally as intelligent as I am now to be like, yo, it's entertainment. That man could have. I didn't make up the Dawn name. That come from the mafia. That come from, that been around. So, but that's water under the bridge. Shout out Bullpen. Shout out to Dawn.
Yes. And you and Math, you guys, where you guys at right now?
I told you everything is left in 2020. I don't got no problem with nobody. If you peep, I've never wrote nothing diss about Math. It's always a rebuttal. My Ill Will battle. My round starts after I say the shit about I felt the same way when I got it with I could overprove something and it still ain't ever clear. That's how my round was supposed to start. That's a bar right there. I could overprove something and it still ain't ever clear. I'm telling you, I had too many darts in there, but that's how my round was supposed to start. Anytime I'd have mentioned, man, it was a rebuttal to something they're saying. I never wrote a diss for Dog in my rounds.
Can I ask you a real question, though? Did you, in hindsight now, it's over now, right? Did you really want that battle?
Say it again?
You and Math. Did you really want that battle?
No. I wanted that bread they was offering. I mean, that was the most money I got at that time. So I'm not going to hold you. That was a decision. I always tell a story afterwards. My sister said, why'd you do the battle? And I gave the same reason. I'm like, yo, they paid me 50 bands for that battle. I've never got 50,000. And she was like, but that's the opposite of what you represent. And that shit kind of hit my heart. I was like, damn.
She's not lying, though. Your sister not lying, sir.
Yeah, and that really hurt. That really hurt because I did the John battle and the Math battle just for the money, to be honest, at that time. I didn't want to battle neither one of them. I felt like I didn't like them. You know, they was dissing me. I don't want to battle y'all. But this is the ego thing we go back to now, because I felt like I'm helping y'all. Like, respectfully, Mav just lost to T-Top. He just lost to Tony D. So I'm like, nigga, I'm helping you. He was begging me for the battle. And my ego was telling me, hell no, I'm not helping you out. And then the money comes and still makes me do the decision. So everything that came after, I deserved it for making that bad decision. You know what I'm saying? No matter if niggas lied.
Did you lose your grudge matches, sir? Are you 0-2 on grudge matches?
I might be 0-3. I got a...
Who's the third grudge? Arsenal?
No, I won the Arsenal rematch. I was thinking something else, but nah, I mean, I still don't feel like I lost to John or the Math battle. I'm gonna be real with you. He lied so much and made up so much shit. If you believe I jumped in the water over some gunshots, my nigga, like, if y'all believe that shit, if you believe like niggas, I don't want to go back to that. All that shit, like I said, I don't want to rehash shit.
Okay,
but I know the nigga lying. I know the shit ain't true. Fans don't, so that's why fans will say that, you know, I lost that battle. But I know it ain't true, so I'm supposed to say I lost? Nah, nigga, this shit is cat.
You know what it was? I can tell you exactly what it was. When we were at the crib watching the battle, right? You would agree you were the heavy favorite going into the math battle, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Right. So we're looking at you like it felt like you were going through the motions. This ain't the hollow that we, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I can understand that. I definitely didn't bring the level. Like I also want to go into this. Around that time, I was in a bag of, man, I hate this gossip shit. I hate this. Like, I could have said plenty of shit about niggas' baby moms, about niggas' personal life. I didn't do none of that. If you notice in the John battle and the Math battle, I didn't bring out no personals and no surprises where it's like, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? That I kind of had to stop doing that because I'm like, if I'm going to feel this way, I got to stop battling because they're doing that and they're getting a one-up on me because they're doing that. I can't bring my personal feelings of my life. If in personal life, I don't like gossip shit and shit like that. That don't matter. That's what's going on here. And that's what niggas is doing. So you either get with the program or niggas going to be smashing the nigga skull in all day. And I had to learn that the hard way. And that's what happened with the John and Math battle. Not only did I not want to do those battles, I was in a bag of, man, I'm not exposing this nigga's information about his girl or exposing him about this. Like, that shit is weird to me. But it's like, yo, if you going to battle a nigga and he go all out, you got to go all out.
Were you surprised no one's ever take the angle that you did against Charlie Clips in that first round? How beautiful, how you executed that round to perfection? Are you surprised no one's ever going to Charlie?
Well, niggas took it afterwards.
They damn sure did after you, brother. Oh my God. Niggas ran with that shit.
And it's a blessing that they did because that's what we all do. We all inspired by each other. I was inspired by Sirius Jones. I was inspired by Jin. I was inspired by T-Rex. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta recognize that it ain't each one teach one. We all inspired by each other. So I'm not gonna sit here and call niggas thieves or try to clown niggas for revamping my shit or reusing it. That's what it's there for. Do y'all thing. That's why I don't even call niggas out. Niggas are out of battle. Like I said, with the twerk battle, I got to because y'all niggas saying I'm losing it. But normally I would let him rock. Like, oh damn! As soon as Shorty texted me, my shit fell. She done did some voodoo on my shit. I swear to God, she texted, man. But yeah, that's what it is.
Give us the reason why you and Mook and you and Rex have never battled each other. Why we never got Hollow Mook, Hollow Rex, sir?
Man, me and Mook started hanging out. I tweeted this the other day. Mook came out here to Orlando. He went and picked up his mom's. My mom's came and visit from New York. Just happened to be visiting. She got here the same day. She's at my crib. Me, Mook, and P was riding around. I drive back to my crib. We drink it a little bit. We had the freestyling. Me and Mook at my crib. His mom, my mom. How you gonna battle a nigga after that? Mook's my guy. Mook is my guy. It's over.
Man.
Shout out to Mook, man. That's my nigga now. Me and T-Rex, that go back to the ego thing. I'm gonna keep it a glass of water with you. When Rex was trying to, when I was trying to battle Rex, I was just coming out, and he was dubbing me like, "Fuck out of here, grind time, little nigga." What's it? Halo? Halo the what? The dog? I don't know that nigga. Who's that? You know, he was doing that shit. And then when I got my name up, I hit him back with the ego shit. When niggas was like, yo, trying to book that thing, I'm like, nigga, Rex ice cold. That nigga colder than, nigga, I'm cool. And it was all ego shit. I'm gonna keep a glass of water. It was all ego, bro. That fucked up that battle. Some of these battles, like the Cat Williams, Kevin Hart shit right now.
Yes.
Cat Williams called him out to do a versus kind of comedy thing. Kevin Hart ain't gonna do it. Cause he like, I got my name up, I'm getting $8 million a movie. But if his money was down and he was going through it, he'd do it. So the money and the fame builds the ego up and makes us pass up a lot of dope art, makes us pass up a lot of dope matches because we like, nigga, I want to help him out. I personally don't like him. And like I said, you know, I was victim of that too.
You and Lux, man. Did you expect that to be one of the best battles in battle rap history? Because it's one of my favorite battles of all time.
I did. I knew what I put in, and I knew the work he put in. Just by seeing his Cal battle, by seeing his previous work, I knew what he put in. So I was like, oh, this gonna be one of the crazy part is every time me and Lux get together, we make magical shit. Because think about it, that battle, and then we got one of the best 2-on-2s ever with Loaded Hollows. So every time we get together, it's just two crazy brains. Like when we work together, we even paused. We was like complimenting each other crazy. Like, bro, you the god. You just thought of that, and I'm like, yeah.
I gotta give you props. I don't know if you ever noticed though. I interviewed Lux when y'all was teaming up, right? He told me that's one of the best times he's had in battle rap collaborating with you. That's what he told me out of his mouth.
That's crazy because me too. I swear to God, bro. Me and him doing the 2-on-2 was one of the most organic, natural. Like it just worked. It just worked. Nothing was forced. Every story I'd have told is true. Like he's a different genius than me. We're just two different geniuses working from two different brains, but we both got a genius in us. You know what I mean?
What do you think about Nitti and Lux?
That's the battle. Like that's another. We got to see that. What's the holdup?
Yeah.
What's the holdup?
I don't know.
We got to see that. Nitti is an alien. Lux is retarded.
Yes.
We got to see that.
Yeah, let me ask you a question. Do you think the money's dried up in battle rap?
No, it can't be. As long as niggas is dropping battles and they're getting 1 million views, like what's the last battle they dropped? Rock and Twerk. That's the last battle I seen drop. Got 1 million views. It can't be dried up because that means people are still buying pay-per-views. Mook and Twerk still got 1,000, 1,200 people in there. So it might not be as much as when Drizzy Drake was in there bouncing with niggas and I got 70,000. You know, it might not be, but it's still there. It's still there. So I don't know. I just love the art, so I'm sticking to the art. I push the pen. Like, I just can't wait to let some of this shit go because I pushed the pen for the last, ever since the Twerk battle, I went back to writing every day, just about every day, because I said I got to get back into focusing on the art. It's about the art. It ain't about the views. It ain't about what they expect from me. It ain't about the how. Fuck what hollow y'all think it is. I just got to get back to giving dope material, what I think is fire. Fuck, oh, I got to put a scheme here. Oh, I got to punch. I ain't punching. Man, fuck all of that. Nigga, just give dope art.
How angry were you in Summer Madness 1 that you and Hitman battled so late that night?
It wasn't about how late we battled. It was about the microphones.
The microphones, okay.
It was about the microphones. I'm not Rakim. Check my microphone. Like, what the fuck you got us up here doing?
Microphone feed.
Yeah, like, come on, cuz. Like, that shit was bogus. Summer Madness 2 was a disappointment.
No, that was Summer Madness 1, right?
Excuse me, Summer Madness 1. It was a disappointment. I didn't even want to do it.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of us ain't want to do it, but you know, that's water under the bridge. I still love that we made history in Webster Hall.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 2,500 people. That's still the biggest smack event to this day.
Over Summer Madness 2?
Yeah. Summer Madness 2 was, where was Summer Madness 2? In Urban?
Webster Hall, right?
Oh, that was Webster Hall too.
Yeah,
okay,
Webster,
well, both of them is the biggest event.
Yeah. Why weren't you at Summer Madness 2? Summer Madness 2, if you mind me asking.
I was locked. I did 6 months up,
and then you got surfed when you came home, right?
Yeah. I was locked up. I was in the PA system, and that was just for the principal.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Were you hyped for surf? Were you hyped for that battle?
Nah, I wasn't hyped for surf. I was sleeping on surf.
Really?
Yeah, I thought I was gonna walk through surf. That's why that's why my dumb ass got hit with that first round. Like I was like, oh shit, this nigga done woke me up. Oh shit, hold up. Okay, let me.
Is it because did you feel surf wasn't surf at that time? You feel that? You feel that?
It was just people don't understand. After the battle, Surf came up to me and he whispered. He was like, "Yo, thank you for doing this, big bro. Thank you for helping me out." And I always got mad love for Surf because even years after that, he showed me that respect of knowing I didn't have to do that, and I helped catapult him. That's all we doing. When I battled Tay Rock, same thing. Tay Rock gave me my flowers because we just catapulting each other. That's what Lux did for me. When I battled Lux, he catapulted me. We bringing our fans to you. We say, here, I'm gonna share some of my fans with you. You know how many people found out about surf from my battle?
Yeah,
from the grind time to regular Main Street. I had Drake putting up money for me and Hitman, him and Nelly betting. You know what I'm saying? Nelly and Drake was betting. This is before any celebrities came in. I had, so Drake probably found out about surf from my battle. Him and Kevin Durant was arguing. Drake and Kevin Durant was arguing about me and Surf battle afterwards. So we all just pull each other up that ladder. And that's what I say we got to cut the ego shit about. We got to be humble about pulling each other up that ladder. I don't mind pulling Chef Trez or pulling A-Ward up that ladder because they dope at the art. Who give a fuck if they don't got 10 gazillion views or they don't get all this? Like, let's pull dope people up the ladder to keep the art going.
It's 1-1 going to the third round where you win Goods. Goods stole the bottle. We don't know what happened after that. What happens after that?
I'm not digging your assessments. It was not no 1-1. It was fucking 2-0.
I had you in the battle, sir. 2-1. Okay, sir. It was 2-1. I got you in the battle.
I feel like I got I got something for this new Sparta. Well, what the fuck is a new Sparta? Well, what the fuck is that? Y'all got to start listening to this dumb shit these niggas be saying. What the fuck is a new Sparta? Well, you gonna take so many losses that you are an L. Okay, that was fire. But what is a new Sparta, nigga?
Your first round was fire. Your first round was fire, my nigga.
And they good. And they Goods. That was my guy. And I've said this publicly. Goods is my cousin. Unfortunately, he's family. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So me and Goods was chilling in the Bronx the whole time. We was doing shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say what we was doing, but we was doing shit. Goods let me hit that third round. He let me hit that shit was garbage. The rest of his third, he might as well threw the bottle. You gotta understand, when niggas start commotion and fights, it's because they know they getting their ass kicked. A nigga ain't gonna throw a bottle or start a fight if he's cooking a nigga. Like I said, I love Rex, that's my guy, but he knew what the fuck he was doing. Chess was dead on that nigga ass. And they were like, get the fuck on me. Take this water bottle, nigga. Oh, I done fucked up. Hold up. I done spilled my shit. I got too hyped.
Oh, my God.
But niggas start commotion because they know that thing looking shaky. They don't just do that when they cooking the nigga. Every nigga you see start some commotion or fight, nigga, they either losing the battle. When Luke punched Briz and Briz and T-Top was getting the fuck off. Yeah, I'm keeping a glass of water. I know niggas, some niggas ain't gonna like what I'm saying. I love y'all still, but I'm keeping a glass of water with y'all. Okay. Niggas ain't gonna start no fight or commotion if they cooking a nigga and they in their bag. Goods knew I was kicking his ass. That's why he threw that bottle.
Oh man, that's wild. I had to listen. How come you never battled in Lions Den? Is there a reason why? Or there's no reason
in Lions Den? I'm from Queens. Like that was all uptown niggas. That's K-Shine, Goods. That's all uptown niggas.
All the Bronx shit. I got you.
Yeah, you ain't. I'm from QU. Like we rebels. We don't get no love. I don't get no love. I don't got nobody bigging me up. I don't got nobody telling old stories about me. I'm from Queens. We dolly out here. That's what it is.
You and DNA hold down QU, huh?
That's it. Just me and DNA. But shout out Mac Mells.
Shout out Mac Mells.
Shout out Mac Mells. Shout out T Money Bags.
T Money Bags. Wow, my bad. T Money Bags.
We got killers, but like I say, mad respect to Harlem. We gonna keep it a glass of water. Harlem do it. Harlem is so small, they all ran into each other. They all done heard about each other. They cousins, so they uncle might have knew this nigga cousin. So they all tell stories about each other. Harlem put on for battle rap, and niggas got to give Harlem their flowers. They did that.
Best cipher that you've been in that we don't know about.
The best cipher?
That you've been in that we don't.
Me,
we
DNA, don't Cortez, and Misfit.
Really, you DNA. You know, on YouTube, there's a lot of ciphers. If you put Hollow the Don and cipher, freestyle ciphers,
right? Me and Lady Luck had a 5-1, but I was linked out. I ain't gonna lie, a few of them lines I delivered off beat like a motherfucker. I was sipping that day, but I had some fire shit though. I was just under the influence.
Wow, that's wild. The Joe Budden battle.
Shout out Joey. That battle, I give y'all some insight on that battle. That battle, I was going through a lot of personal stuff. I was very emotional. I cried about 2-3 times for that battle backstage. I listened to Nipsey Hussle Face the World about 100 times. That's all I listened to. I had a family member that told me they about to die. I just had a son, and my baby mom's left with him out of state. So I was just going through a lot of emotional shit. And I think I love Nip to death. That's one of my favorite songs. I don't think I should have listened to that song that many times. I went up there emotional. I wasn't clear-headed. I was just emotional. That's why I almost tried to fight him. I was, I threw the water, R.I.P. Slay. I still feel bad to this day because when I threw the water, it kind of like hit Slay. And I know Slay was like, little nigga, I'll choke you up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know he was tight about that.
R.I.P. Slay, man. God.
I see Kid Capri and kind of gave him a cold shoulder, and I apologize to him. I was just too emotional. And that's why I'm big on emotional intelligence. I'm big on not making a decision out of just emotion and thinking more logical and thinking, what's the best decision? What's the best look rather than, I don't like this shit. If you got to say how you feel about something, that's not the best decision. If you say, I just feel like niggas is trying to play, I just feel like that shit ain't real. If you got to make a decision off of that, that's not the best decision to make. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I was making decisions at that time. And a lot of shit backfired, and I don't regret nothing. Because I learned from it. I've learned these Jews from that. But that Joe battle was a tough one for me. I ain't gonna hold you. It was very tough emotionally for me.
Wow. Danny Myers, is that a battle that you felt that we should have been still talking about, you and Danny?
Nah. It was a charity. That was another charity battle. Even though, people spun that. I seen Coffee and Geechee, even people just lie in battle rap. People just be lying. These motherfuckers just be lying with no proof, no nothing. I went to Geechee Hood, donated in the Grannies, donated in Compton. I'm not from Compton. I didn't need to do this. At that time, I'm getting 30, 40,000 a battle. I didn't make that much money from that battle. I could have told Smack, yo, book me and Danny and got the 30. Got way more than I got. And they saying I stole or did something for that. This is what I noticed in battle rap. You can't do anything positive. They're going to turn it to negative. Soon as I was giving away and shit and charities, niggas was making, he's stealing from the charity. Yeah, he doing this. So I had to stop doing positive shit in battle rap. Because I'm like, I swear to God, Smack came to me that event because we flew Smack out to host the event. Mind you, me and Geechee is doing this. They never accused Geechee of stealing. Me, Geechee, and Avo. Avo had the bread in his account the whole time. Smack comes to me during the event, and he's like, yo, Hollow, what you got going on here? And I'm like, just a little thing to get. I'm living out here now in L.A. I just want to get something going out here and give back. He like, that's it? I'm like, yeah, Smack, I'm just going to give back to the hood and make a little bread. He like, that's all you doing, Hollow? I'm like, yeah, my nigga, it's nothing else. He thought I was like trying to sneak a league, trying to like start some shit on my own. Like he really didn't think I was just trying to be a good person. And I think that was my fault also. I was trying to be a good person. I was like, let me do this because, it'll look good. I give back.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, nah, bro. That shit, all that shit backfires. Battle rap don't like that shit. They don't like the, you know what I'm saying? Because they're like right now, if we did this and we put it on a kid's channel that got like three subscribers, and you just want to help him because you thought he was a dope blogger, they'll start being like, nah, 3-letter man signed him. Nah, he ain't just doing that out of his heart. 3-letter man, he probably gonna extort that nigga.
Absolutely.
That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Even when I see positive shit online, when Cat Williams said he just donates money in every city, I'm big on that. I flew a fan out every event. I was flying fans out.
You were doing that. You were doing that as a fact. You were doing that as a fact.
And I've seen comments under Cat Williams shit, tax write-off. He's just doing that for, and I'm like, yo, I've never did none of this shit for a tax write-off. But I guarantee that's what people would say about me if I was a bigger celebrity and shit like that. That's just what it is. When people have negative thinking, you can't knock them out of that.
Do you feel like you're one of the first guys that went heavy with the merch and was successful with his merch?
Who was before me?
I don't remember too many people. I've been trying to think in my brain for the longest time.
Who though? You said you can't remember too many people. Who do you remember?
I think you're the first guy, Hollow. I think you
answered then. Questions answered, but I was inspired by Awkward's, and not with the merch, but just him putting out non-perishable albums, him putting a commercial before I battle. That's what inspired me.
Wow, really? Never knew that. Wow.
Yeah, Awkward's put them non-perishable albums together. Awkward's had a commercial on me in his battle. That's why I say it's nothing new under the sun.
Shout out,
what I'm saying? Each one teach one.
Absolutely.
It's just niggas hide their inspiration. That's what niggas do. They hide their inspiration. I let it be known. Shout out Jen. Shout out Sirius Jones. Shout out T-Rex. Them the dudes I watched and I thought was dope. You know what I'm saying? I convinced myself that T-Rex wasn't dope. I swear to God, I convinced myself he wasn't nice and I'd kill him and he's trash. But now that I'm older, I'm like, nah, I used to watch him and feel that shit he was saying. So why am I sitting here years later acting like he ain't nice? Because now I got the opportunity to battle him. That's what a lot of battle rappers do. They sit here and call niggas trash and act like niggas ain't that. Same niggas, they're like, oh, this nigga's crazy. You know, before they had a name for themselves. And that's just what it is. That's what happens in hip hop.
How'd you miss the DVD era?
Yo, we've been putting out classics, right? I've been seeing you. We've been bringing people back with some classics. Classics.
Yes, sir.
You know what I put up yet? I want to put up for the bread. Niggas get killed here, get shot and get their grandmother kicked out of will for the bread. Nigga, that early for the bread joint on the
early was fire. Early was Queens, right?
Fire.
Early's from Queens, right?
Yeah, he from South.
Early's fire. Early is fire. That freestyle on Smack DVD was everything. In front of the Stone shit. That shit was
I'm all about the nostalgia.
And his man's in there rapping this shit. I love that shit. Shout out Early, my nigga. Shout out motherfucking Early, man.
Shout out Early, man. Yeah, I'm all about the nostalgia and just not forgetting. I'm a student of the game.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So we can't forget who inspired us.
But how'd you miss the DVD era? That's just something you weren't around that time, or you were around, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, this is what we grew up on.
J Mills, all that.
Cocaine City, Come Up DVD, Smack, all that. This is what we grew up on. This is what it is. This is what inspired us. That's why I was telling Chef Trez on Twitter the other day, you know, Joe Buttons and people like Fabulous inspired us. These name flips you do, that's what Beans did with Jadakiss. Our son kissed like a soda. Like, this was Beanie doing name flips in 2000. If it wasn't for these niggas, it'd be no us.
Right.
These niggas, the mixtape era inspired battle rap. And niggas gotta keep a glass of water. The DVD era, mixtape era, we doing name flips, we doing letter fours. I could break down everything that was done before us. Ain't nothing new under the sun.
I've never heard a nigga give it up to the mixtape era like that. Niggas like, yo,
Yeah. This where it come from, that back-to-back punching. If Bino conceded, if it wasn't Fabulous. Fabulous inspired conceded. Like, that's just what it is.
Well, is that a regional thing though? Because if you're from New York in the tri-state, you're gonna be influenced by the mixtape era.
But you gotta understand, I lived in Atlanta and I lived in Houston.
Right.
I moved to Atlanta first when I was in 8th grade, and then high school I started Houston. They was on that. It wasn't the whole city of Houston, you know, they was on their shit. but it was some niggas that was hip hop heads. You could go get a Smack DVD from the store. It was niggas that was hip hop heads that was on that down south. So it was there. It just wasn't as prevalent as in New York, but it was there. Yeah, they was on that.
Top 5 Texas rappers of all time.
Ooh, damn. Top 5 Texas rappers. That's hard to do off the dome. We gonna go Scarface?
Absolutely. Face Mob.
We gonna go. We just gotta put UGK in there. I was gonna say Pimp C, but I can't disrespect Bun.
Right, you can't.
We gonna go Scarface. We gonna go UGK. Damn, top 5. We gonna go Chameleonaire because he was just a pure lyricist.
Yeah, Chameleonaire was nice. Facts.
Damn, top 5 from Texas. Damn, we got. I'm gonna put Sauce Walker in there because we can't forget about what's going on now.
Sauce heavy.
You feel me? And Sauce been dropping some real shit.
I'm gonna give you a left field one. You're not ready for the 5th one. I got one for you.
Who that?
You might appreciate this. Lil Kiki.
See, I was gonna go Fat Pat. Fat Pat. Okay. From Lil. I didn't even know you was that deep to say Lil.
Yeah, I like Kiki. I like Kiki, man. Kiki. But I'm a G. I love that. I'm a G.
And I love Lil Kiki. I don't want to play Lil Kiki, but I'm gonna go my personal favorite, Big Pokey. I'm gonna go Big Pokey, number 5. That's my personal favorite, Podina. Okay. I'm gonna put a list up now. I'm gonna rethink of this, and I'm gonna put a list up.
Give me Queens.
Top 5 Queens?
Yes.
That's easy. We're going Nas. We're going 50. We're going Prodigy. We're going Nicki Minaj. We're going Lloyd Banks.
Okay, so all right, wait, hold on. So, no G-Rap?
Ooh, bye, Nicki. I love you, Nicki. Don't be mad at me, Nicki.
Where's LL at? Where's LL?
Nah, I'm putting G-Rap in there over Nicki.
Where's LL?
You saying my personal favorites? Because when I do these lists, I don't do my personal favorites. These my personal favorites.
Okay, I got you.
I'm like going G-Rap, Nas, P, Banks, and 5th.
Okay. Even though Long Island niggas would say Hempstead does claim Prodigy a little bit, though, respectfully, King. You might have to.
They claim Method Man too. They claim Busta Rhymes too. We gonna give them Busta Rhymes and look. We can trade. We'll take Rock Marciano. If they want to take P, we need Rock. Give us Rock Marciano. If y'all want to take P from us, we got to trade.
That's not an even exchange, though. I like Rock Marciano, but that's not an even exchange.
It's not an even exchange, but y'all gotta give us something. Y'all can't take P.
All right.
You feel me?
Better rappers, Brooklyn or Queens?
Queens.
I don't like.
That's not even up for debate.
I don't even like how you said that. I'm from Brooklyn. Respect, sir.
It's not up for debate. We got the best rappers hands down.
What you mean? It's not up for debate, sir. What you mean?
When you go past Jigga, Fab, and Big, what y'all got?
Kane, Guru, Buster.
Kane. Y'all got Kane. I'm
AZ,
sorry.
Smooth Hustler. AZ, Smooth Hustler.
I'm talking about Kane, Big, Hove.
Yes. MOP.
And Fab.
Okay. I like MOP too, though. I throw MOP in there.
But I don't think we could go down a list of, like you said, Cool G, Nas, Mega.
Onyx.
I'm talking just lyricists, though. I'm just talking pure lyricists. That's why I ain't say MOP or Onyx. If we talking music, Onyx is influential.
Raw Flush, Mike Geronimo. I got some,
$500,000.
$500,000. Yeah. Tragedy Gaddafi.
Tragedy. We just and this is not trying to toot our own horn because
you want to know horn, over nigga.
But it's like if you say who got the hardest rappers, Brooklyn. Yes, if you ask who got the hardest rappers, you can't argue with niggas like MOP, niggas like Big, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all got the hardest rappers. We got the most lyricists in Queens, is what I'm saying.
I'll give you that.
And then if you go to most stylish, then you gotta go to Harlem. Most flashy, you got Cam, L, and that's just, I feel like it's hands down. Some of this shit is like hands down to me.
Cam or Big L?
Big L. Cam is my favorite. Cam is my favorite rapper growing up. Cam, hands down, he's still my favorite rapper. But Big L, it's like Cam come from the Big L cloth. Like, I know everybody's cloth. That's why I said Bill Collector, that's my baby boy. He from my cloth. Chef Trez from my cloth. Then you go B Dot and Daylight, they from the Lux cloth. Then you go Surf Hitman, they from the Moot cloth. Everybody's from somebody's cloth. I'm from Sirius Jones cloth.
Good point. Good point. I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
so
that.
I know the cloth where niggas is from, and I give it up. So Cam is my favorite of all time. I'm gonna say Cam over Big L. Fuck it. Killer season. You heard?
2024. What should we be looking for you in 2024?
2024, y'all should be looking for me to pull some people up the ladder. You know what I'm saying? And just be humble and let shit flow. That's it. We just letting shit flow. It ain't about big names. It ain't about big money or big stages. It's about great art, incredible art, and just letting shit flow. And that's it.
How many battles you want for this year?
As many as I could do. I don't mind if I do 8 of them.
Slow
8
down.
or 9.
8 battles. Come on, my nigga. We're not doing that, bro.
We letting it flow. If they call me for 8 or 9 great matches, 8 or 9 great matches is happening. It ain't about how many matches I do. It's about great opponents, inspiration, and being focused. That's what it's about. Like I said, I'm done with all the criteria of, oh, I used to doing this match. It might be 2. It might be 1. You know what I'm saying? But if it's a great match, I'm inspired, and it's going to be dope art, it's going to come out great.
Okay. All right. My brother, I appreciate you for giving me a classic interview, my brother. I appreciate you, man.
You already know. And we rebranding the LOM this year. I'm just waiting for this bag to come.
Okay.
Like it takes like 20, 30 grand for me to put up to rebrand the whole thing how I want to. So that's why I can't do it as quick as people want. But we definitely rebranding, new designs. I'm still staying loopy. I want to thank everybody who rock with me and have faith in me. God got me. God got y'all. 24 be an amazing year. Just leave the stress at home.
Absolutely.
Stress causes diseases. It causes all types of things in the body. Leave the stress at home. Stop worrying about the past. Focus on that way. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you, sir.
Appreciate you, my guy. Stay blessed, brother.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Hollow.